Okay, quick update on the Karmelo Anthony case in Frisco, Texas. I have not spoken about this sooner because I wanted to get some information from different sources and kind of piece together what I can so that I can report it as accurately as possible. The security footage from the field was released, but not to the public. Reporters were allowed to view it, but they were not allowed to share it or even give still shots from it. So the only thing they could do is kind of give their own account of what they saw. The one thing that we know that was said over and over again by all the journalists who viewed the video is that it's grainy. It's not conclusive, so there's not a whole lot to see. So that debunks this narrative that folks are putting out there saying, oh, well, now that the footage is out, then we know that Karmelo initiated. No, we don't. We don't know that because every account from every journalist who viewed the video said that it was inconclusive. However, given the evidence that the grand jury was privy to, they did vote to indict on Red Room. So he is facing charges. Now, keep in mind, though, that the standard to indict is not the same as the standard to convict. So there will be, of course, more testimony and more evidence brought forward during the trial. We have not reached the trial phase. And again, I'd like to remind folks, because folks love to play judge, jury, and executioner, Karmelo Anthony is still innocent until proven guilty. This is only an indictment. That doesn't mean that he's been convicted because he still has not had his day in court. Now, I will say this. Some other details that have come up for me tell me that it's going to be very hard to prove Red Room, and I'll tell you why. In order to prove that, you have to prove premeditation. He obviously did not go into a track meet thinking, oh, I'm going to take somebody out today. There's no indication. He has no history of violence. He had no history of any back and forth with the Metcalf twins. However, the Metcalf twins did have a history of bullying and pushing people around. So there is also the fact that a coach told Karmelo that he could be in that tent. So he had permission from an adult in the room to be where he was. Therefore, the Metcalf twins did not have the authority to try to physically remove him, which is what they tried to do. And also, after the poke happened, Karmelo turned himself into the police. He didn't try to run from it. He turned himself in. He said, I did it, but it was self-defense. That doesn't sound like someone who intended to take a life. Another thing is, he was asking, is he going to be okay? Is he going to be okay? Because at that time, he didn't know that Austin was unalive. Asking is the person okay does not give, I intended to take him out. It's giving, I was just trying to get him off of me. I didn't mean to really hurt him. But again, all the facts are still coming out, and we don't know the full story. The full story will come out during the trial, but I will say this. We cannot forget that Karmelo Anthony, like any other defendant, is innocent until proven guilty. There is not proof of guilt because he has not had his day in court yet. And also, to the people who have hopped into my comments over on the tube of you, which if you're watching this on YouTube, the comments will probably be moderated, as I said, because I don't do the back and forth. So I'm gonna, if you come with the racist crap, I'm just gonna delete your comment. But at the end of the day, nobody is celebrating what happened on that day. It is a tragedy. I continue to pray for Karmelo Anthony and his family, and I also pray for the Metcalf family, because at the end of the day, a child lost his life, and that is not okay. And I'm sure if it could have gone down any other way, I'm sure Karmelo is sick about what happened. I'm sure he didn't go in with the intention of taking a life. But I'll just leave it right there. And again, if you want to have an actual dialogue, I welcome comments. But if you come with hate and racism, you're just going to get deleted. And that's for my audience over on the tube of you, because I know here on the Tickety Talks, I know y'all not going to come with that. But anyway, that is the update. That's all I've got right now.